You read that title, right? My life. Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. I am sweating like a fish. I took a shower, had dinner, and then I was like, you know what? Let's just film. What else are we gonna do when you're in isolation? Again, in isolation, again. Story of my life, story of my life. You probably can hear it in my voice. Let's get started. Full list of products down below. By the way, it's like 7 o'clock at night. No, just kidding. 6:10. But life is hard. I've got COVID. Around here, we're getting into monsoon season. You know, that's when the colds and the sniffles come. And it's here. So, what have I been doing? Let's talk about how this happened. So my mom gets a fever one day and I test her. We have the at-home test kits. No positive. It's just a cold. Well, it was like 2 or 3 days later, I woke up and I have this, like, I have an inkling when I'm gonna get sick, and it starts with my throat. It's a certain feeling that I get in my throat, right back, like at the tonsil area. And I rarely ever get sick in the form of colds or flus. And my mom kind of passingly tells me, you should just take a test in case. I really was doing it, not expecting anything. I did the test the right way, but I kind of put it off to the side, thinking that it was going to be negative because my mom was negative. And so I left it off to the side, was watching old episodes of Law and Order SVU. I look at my phone and it's time to check the test. I look at it and I see the line, the double line. And I'm like, what? Why am I getting a double rainbow all the way across the sky? Sorry, my nose is still, it sounds weird, but I'm actually so much better. I'll talk about my symptoms after, but that's pretty much how we found out. Now my mom took a test and her test was immediate. The results were like this. My dad had a faint line. My brother had a negative test. So we're in home isolation for 5 days. And today is day 3. So let's talk about symptoms and why this couldn't have happened at a worse time. This time I didn't get a fever. The first time I did, but it was like really fast. The body ache I never had the first time, and I had it, I wouldn't say bad, but I definitely felt it that first day. I didn't lose my smell or taste this time, thank God. And I have no cough. If I cough, it's almost as if you're just like trying to get the yucky stuff out of your throat. But as far as a persistent cough, I don't have it this time. And last time too, it really wasn't that bad. But if you guys remember, I was sick not too long ago. Remember my brother's wedding? The day of the wedding? Yeah. Just my luck. I feel like I just want to work on eyeshadow. Do you guys ever do that? Like, I don't take so much enjoyment from doing foundation. I love bronzer, highlighter, blush, but to get there, I'm like, I really just want to play with this eyeshadow palette. So I was sick on my brother's wedding. This is exactly a month ago. Just my luck. I told you in that video, my luck. If you were paying attention to previous videos, I mentioned that my cousin is getting married too. She's getting married on Saturday. I have COVID. It's Thursday. Do you see? You see my luck? I have my outfit picked out. Thank God I went to the bridal Romeo and Juliet shower. I'm really hoping that all of this is just gonna go away. I'm gonna test myself on Saturday morning. I need every ounce of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph in this body because I really want to go to this wedding. This is my first cousin. My cousin who's a year younger than me. I have not seen her in I think 10 plus years. She's here with her husband and kids, whom I've never met, because when she asked me to be a bridesmaid in her wedding, I couldn't come home because I was working in Hawaii and I was about to stop working, so I couldn't just go and then come back. And I want to think positive, but it just never really works out. So I'm already like, well, what's the point of taking it on Saturday? It's just gonna be positive. Man. And it's like, they totally understand. They're aware of it. But it's so gut-wrenching, you know? Like, I feel like it's my fault. The frustration. Oh, by the way, in the entirety of my break on YouTube, I haven't bought anything. Nothing. Zero squat. Until a couple of days before I filmed the most recent comeback video. And I had purchased the M Cosmetics Persimmon blush, which I believe is a limited edition blush, but they came back with a second batch. I'm not really sure, but I got that. And then I got the Venus in Fleurs Voyeuristic Vixen. This one here, which is a really popular quad from Pat McGrath. It came back in stock as well, and so I wanted to snag it up. So that's the happenings. But I felt like, you're not gonna stop me this time. I'm gonna make a damn video. Can't take another break. Tired of it. But hey, we're in July. I have so much clothes. I bought like 10 tops, casual wear, and for weddings when you get COVID. Gosh, this stuff is pigmented. I also got some jeans. It's about time I spoiled myself. See guys, like, I feel fine. And I know how lucky I am that it is that way, and that, you know, my family was able to get through it even the second time around. I'm not naive. I know that this is a very big deal, but I am grateful. But it's like, why is the timing always off? Oh, we also got puppies, and I have this thing with, I want to name the dogs. Bouze, we've had Guido, and we've had Knox. And so it's like, okay, let's do this once again. What shall we name such dogs? So I have an obsession with shows like The Last Kingdom, Valhalla, the Vikings, and it's usually the same storyline, right? Vikings and the Brits. So what did I brilliantly decide to name these puppies? Dane and Saxon. I know, I'm genius. Oh no, I'm sweating. Story of my life. I have to take Tylenol. I still want to go to this wedding. I really want to go. So upsetting. God, can we just talk about his eyeshadow palette though? My brother who got married is going to be coming back home from his honeymoon on Monday. I don't know if I can pick him up. Find your way to your apartment. I'm down with the COVID. And this is gross. But when the waterfall is about to exit the building, like, I'm right there. Like, I know you're just lurking, trying to see if I'm going to miss you and get you caught on camera. Let me clean my nose. Zen. I seriously need to do some laundry tomorrow. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. Do I even want to put lashes on? No. Your nose is stuffy. Do you really want to irritate your eyes? You already put glitter on it. I want to teach you guys a little history about my islands. I know some of you guys ask about where I live, and not knowing that Americans live in this side of the world. I am from the Commonwealth. It's a U.S. territory out in the Pacific. If you've heard of Guam, we're not too far from there. Historically, the people are the same, the Chamorro people, but we have two very different histories. We were both occupied by the Spanish. You have Guam as the southernmost island, and it's the biggest one in the Marianas Trench. Marianas chain of islands, but they were broken off from us after the Spanish-American War. I'll explain it. But the rest of the islands were called the Northern Mariana Islands. At the beginning, you have the Chamorro people occupying all of the islands. We're all one. And then the Spanish colonized, like many other places. At one point, they had moved all of the islanders to Guam, and eventually the rest of the islanders wanted to go back home, so they moved. In the process, a group of people from the Caroline Islands had wanted to move because there was like natural devastation that happened on their islands, and they had gone to Saipan, which is where I'm from. The priest there had allowed them to stay, so that's why we have like a Carolinian culture, like it's very strong here. And so the Chamorro peoples had gone back to where they were from, and we lived together harmoniously, Carolinian and Chamorro people. So Spanish occupation happened, and then you had the Spanish-American War. America took Guam, not the rest of us. So this is where our histories separate. So people of Guam live under American rule. We ended up under German rule. I know it's very random, but yes, we do have history of Germany being here. It happened. And then it ended up being Japanese rule here, still America in Guam. And then you know what happens in World War II, right? And before the war ended up coming here, the Japanese government, military, had gone to Guam because it's, you know, US, and they had done some awful stuff to the people there. And so the war happened. Fact for you guys, the bombs, it's what Americans hail as the winning of the war. The bombs actually took off from one of the Northern Mariana Islands. So Tinian, wait, where am I? Yeah, Tinian, over there. That is where the planes took off. And so the war ended. We ended up going into American occupation, whatever you want to call it, and that is where we are today. But they had put the Japanese prisoners, there were also Korean as well, and the locals into internment camps. There was reason, but it's like, why? Didn't we learn about what happens when you put people in camps? But that was a large part of the reason of this war happening, is to get people out of camps. But you win the war, you put people in camps. The reason I say this is because it's July, and in America, July 4th is Independence Day, when they celebrate the independence from British rule. Here, it is a very different July 4th. In America, it's July 4th, 1776. Here, it's July 4th, 1946. And here we call it Liberation Day. Not because of the war that happened in 1776, but the liberation of the native people here from the camps. So on July 4th, 1946, the native people of Saipan and all the other islands were able to leave these camps and return to their homes. It's a way of remembering, like, it's over. These two countries who were fighting against each other on native land, and we just were there. And hopefully for the remainder of our lives, we can have Article 12, which is only native people owning native lands. Yes, that is possible here. This really wasn't a get ready with me. It's like, just listen, please. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. And I'm so tired. I think we have dragon fruit. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you in my next video, which will be, I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite stuff. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.